Season 8 of Magic Chess, also known as Magic Chess Evolution, is in full swing, and as such, every synergy has been tested against each other, with the best ones being used constantly by the top players. These best synergies can be chalked under three main factions or roles, and those are the Archer synergy, the Wrestler or Los Pecados synergy, and the Swordsman synergy. In this video, I'll be explaining everything there is to know about my favorite of the three, which happens to be the one I spam to Mythic and will probably continue spamming until I reach my season objective, the Swordsman synergy. Before we jump right into it, if you aren't already subscribed, be sure to do so right now, because as I previously mentioned, there's three great synergies this season, and I will be making dedicated videos for each, so subscribe so you don't miss them. Also leave a like, a comment, and share the video. But without further ado, let's get started. The Swordsman synergy is one of two synergies with a maximum level of 4, the other being the Assassin synergy. The four members of the Swordsman synergy are Saber, 1 gold from the Mech Era faction, Hayabusa, 2 gold also from the Mech Era faction, Lancelot, 3 gold from the Superhero faction, and Ling, 5 gold from the KDR Riverlands faction. The synergy gives its members a chance to summon swords when dealing damage to an enemy with their skills. The sword then deals physical damage equal to a portion of the target's lost HP. It also heals the swordsman according to the damage dealt. Upgrading the synergy to the maximum level increases the chance of summoning a sword as well as the damage dealt, which in turn increases the heal. You can also pick between two evolutions to further increase their power. The first evolution, Evolve, changes the summoned sword to a new golden one with 150% effect. That is, the golden sword does 150% damage and in turn heals 150%. The second evolution, Awaken, allows swordsmen to trigger the synergy on their basic attacks. Now let's take a look at the different possible combinations with the Swordsman synergy, after which we'll discuss how to actually build them step by step. The first combination is the Mech Era plus Swordsman lineup. It is the most basic of the Swordsman factions as well as the easiest to build. It is mostly used in combination with the Gunner synergy, as the main piece of the Mech Era synergy is still Beatrix. But this isn't bad because a Gunner, Haya, and Saber can deal critical damage on their skills. The strongest weapon of the ME⁶SW combo lies in the evolution. The Mech Era evolution Drain allows Mech Era heroes to deal extra true damage on their basic attack, which is equal to how much mana they drain, multiplied by 10. This drain effect is counted as a skill, as it can trigger skill-based effects like the Glowing One's passive Scorch. Of course, the Swordsman synergy isn't left out. The drain effect can also trigger the Swordsman synergy, which means that even with just 2 swordsmen, Hayabusa and Saber can summon swords on their basic attacks. This unique mechanism allows them to use the Swordsman evolution Evolve, as using Awaken would be redundant. Therefore, with the evolution combo Drain plus Evolve, Mech Era swordsmen can summon golden swords with 150% effect on their basic attacks. Now moving on to the next combo. Next up we have the Superhero plus Swordsman combo. Because the Superhero synergy only has 5 heroes, even though it's a 6 hero synergy, it is very rarely used as a main synergy, but instead serves as support for the other 2 factions with its base 3 heroes, Cho, Veil, and Lancelot. So let's look at the hybrid synergies instead. By combining the superheroes with the Mech Era, you have this hybrid combo capable of locking onto the enemy's strongest hero and constantly disable them. In addition to the Drain Evolve combo of the ME⁶SW, using the Superhero Evolution Paralysis can guarantee that the enemy's core dies instantly at the beginning of the fight. The most intriguing element of this combo is the Superhero Crystal. Equipping Saber or Haya with this crystal adds another layer of core sniping potential. Saber especially is able to use his high burst, high CC single target disabling skill on the enemy's core, guaranteeing instant death. Before we look at the final superhero hybrid, let's check out the final faction of the Swordsman synergy. The last faction of the Swordsman synergy is none other than the infamous KDR synergy, which increases the power of its heroes as other heroes die. The buff includes an increase in attack speed and an HP based shield. As the synergy revolves around attack speed, the Awaken evolution is the ideal evolution for the Swordsman synergy, as the ability to summon swords on basic attacks can scale directly with attack speed. When you combine this with the sheer evolution of the KDR Riverlands, every swordsman can benefit from the Awaken evolution, as sheer grants every hero the power of the KDR synergy at the start of the round. So in a nutshell, the CR⁶SW combo, Share plus Awaken, allows swordsmen to summon damage dealing swords on their basic attacks, while simultaneously increasing their attack speed after ally heroes die. Without a doubt, this is the strongest combo for the Swordsman synergy. However, it is next to impossible to build directly because of the high rarity of most KDR heroes, with Ling being a 5 gold hero, Zilong and Lui being 4 gold. As such, is usually used in the hybrid synergies we'll be discussing now. The most important factor for KDR hybrid synergies is the presence or absence of the KDR crystal. As said before, by using the Share Awaken combo, swordsmen can trigger their synergy on their basic attacks while simultaneously increasing their attack speed as ally heroes die. But the reason we use the Share evolution is because we want other swords to benefit from the KDR synergy. Therefore, adding the KDR crystal opens up a new evolution path, which is the Ascension. With the Ascension Awaken combo, KDR swordsmen, that is Ling and any other one with the KDR crystal, can get up to 108% attack speed. That's 9 stacks of the KDR synergy. Another thing to note about KDR hybrid synergies is that the Awaken evolution is always the highest priority for the Swordsman synergy. By combining the KDR synergy with the mech era, Saber and Haya can spike even further as the extra attack speed from the KDR synergy perfectly complements their own mech era mana drain synergy. The biggest strength of this combo lies in the fact that both factions represented can be augmented with crystals. Unlike any of the mech hybrids, where mech swordsmen borrow the other faction's power without giving anything in return, the CR⁶SW allows perfect entanglement of the superhero and KDR Lance synergies to produce a new unstoppable combo with 2 overpowered hyper carries, Superhero Ling and KDR Lance. But that's not all there is to it. Keeping the original Share Awaken evolution of the CR⁶SW, the superhero synergy opens up another possibility with its Enhance evolution. Enhance increases all superheroes' attack speed by 15% up to 120% every time they kill a marked enemy. Adding this to the attack speed they get from Share, superhero swordsmen can get up to 192% attack speed. But what if you get a KDR crystal on Lance? That means you can now use the Ascension evolution instead of Share. So assuming you have a superhero Ling and a KDR Lance, you can get up to 222% attack speed, 108% from Ascension and 120% from superhero, making the Ascension Awaken Enhanced combo the strongest possible swordsman combo. Now we've gone through all the possible swordsman synergy combination and their working principles. Now it's time to learn how to harness this power and make it your own. And the easiest way to do that is to use a lineup I like to call the root of all swords. And yes, it's an AOT reference. The root of the swords is, as the name implies, a universal lineup from which every swordsman team comp can be created. And this lineup is Cho, Saber, Haya, Veil, Lance, Zilong, Lui, Ling, Gato, and God. 10 heroes which give a total synergy of 4 swordsmen, 3 superheroes, 3 KDR, and 4 mech. To maximize the power of the root of the swords, or ROS for short, follow these principles. Number 1. Always pick Lance as your starting hero. After picking him, you are given between 2 options, Lance Haya Saber or Lance Cho Veil. Both options favor the progression of the ROS and thus is the best pick. Number 2. Merge both starting options such that your first 5 heroes are Lance, Haya, Veil, Cho, and Saber. If you have not gotten a blessing after the placement stages creep defense round, proceed with the ROS as it is. That is, add Zilong or Lui next. If you can't find either, add Leslie temporarily and upgrade to Commander level 6. Do not upgrade her as she is just a placeholder. Actually, always keep your mind on adding Leslie. You can replace her with God later on. It will make it very easy to add the other heroes if you get Leslie. The next points are to guide how to react to or use blessings with the ROS. As much as you can, try to make sure the blessings land on the swordsman heroes. If you get a Mechera blessing on Saber or Haya, replace Zilong and Lui with Beatrix and Johnson, then proceed to max the ME⁶SW. If you get a superhero blessing or crystal, replace Zilong and Lui with Esme and Bruno and proceed to max the SH⁶SW. If you get a KDR crystal, because remember we are talking about the start of the game, so if you get a KDR crystal in the first phase box, proceed with the ROS as normal. If you get a swordsman blessing on Lance, proceed with the ROS and replace Saber or Haya with Ling once you get him, after which proceed to max the SH⁶CR⁶SW. If you get the swordsman blessing on Haya or Saber, cut off the KDR heroes from the synergy completely and proceed to max the ME⁶SH⁶SW synergy. But if you get the blessing on Saber or Haya but you are already at Commander level 7, then proceed with the ROS and replace Lance with Ling once you get him. Then proceed to max the ME⁶CR⁶SW. If you get an irrelevant blessing on any of the side heroes, it's almost always better to sell them and retry your luck. By following the ROS and its principles, it's possible to use every single swordsman team comp by reacting to your first blessing. One special fact about the ROS, that is the root of the swords, is that it is an actual root cut out from the ultimate swordsman synergy combination, the ME⁶SH⁶CR⁶SW, that we'll be looking at right now. The ultimate, mythical, legendary, you name it, swordsman team comp, which uses all three factions to create a one-of-a-kind monstrosity capable of unspeakable levels of mass destruction, the ME⁶SH⁶CR⁶SW. To complete the synergy with the ROS, some very specific conditions have to be met. Number 1, you must not get a swordsman blessing. This is because you will use all 4 swordsmen and you cannot afford to remove any. You can choose to continue even with the swordsman blessing, but it will affect your blessing chance, which is bad because you're going to need a lot of blessings. Number 2, you must get a science crystal so you can get a maximum capacity of 10 heroes. And finally, you must get a total of 8 relevant modifiers or enhancers, that is blessings or crystals. The most ideal situation is getting 2 relevant blessings, 3 Cadia crystals and 3 superhero crystals, so that your 4 swordsmen will become Cadia superhero swordsmen. This most ideal situation will allow you to maximize the effect of the ultimate evolution combo, Ascension plus Awaken plus Enhance plus Drain. If you somehow manage to fulfill the above conditions, then you will be able to tap into the ultimate supreme power, that is the ME⁶SH⁶CR⁶SW. Can you do it? Do you think it's impossible? But if you feel you can pull it off, then attempt it and tweet the result to me on Twitter at AfidaYT. Before we call it a day, let's quickly take a look at the best commanders for this synergy. Number 1, we have Rhea's Budding Blossom. This skill allows you to give an unfortunate hero a blessing once every 10 rounds. Depending on which sword synergy you plan to use, Blessing Lance or higher early game can give you an advantage and make the game so much more easier. Number 2, we have Boss's Midas Touch. This skill allows you to refresh the shop and get 5 gold heroes. With this skill, you can get the higher members of the ROS, most importantly Ling, as early as possible and unlock the swordsman evolution ASAP. If you are lucky, you can get multiple Lings and get an early game snowball with a 2-star Ling. Now that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it would be helpful to you to understand how to use the swordsman synergy in this Magic Chess Evolution season. It took me 2 weeks, 14 days. It took me around 14 days to make this video because I've been busy with school. I couldn't really work on the videos that well. And getting Lance in this, having to pick Lance in this meta is not that easy. Everybody's just picking Lance, picking how to. I have to play against archers every game. I have to play against Picados every game. So it was not that easy. So it took me a while to make the video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I ran into a problem in exporting the video as well, so I hope it wasn't too much of a problem to watch, and I hope you guys still understood everything. Don't forget to leave a comment, right? Let me know what you think about the tutorial. Let me know what your experiences playing with the swordsman synergy, playing against it. Let me know all that stuff in the comment section. And the remaining 2 synergies, archers and the Picados, will get their own tutorials when I get around to it. Hopefully I'll be able to make it before the end of the season. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And follow me on Twitter as well, so you can get some more info from me on Twitter. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye.